All right, today we are going to continue with our lesson and we'll need to work a little bit on user experience. We'll try to modify and make sure that the user experience will be good. One of the challenges that we have seen is on all this adding student, adding stream, and enrolling new student, there is no clear information of if it happened or not. And another thing that we are going to work on today, we are going to work on the database to control a little bit the way data should come in and out. And that is by adding a couple of things to the database so that the data which is coming can be regulated. The main challenge of user experience is based mostly when the data are not properly managed. So that's why we need to make sure that we control that, we manage data properly, but also we giving feedback, because without feedback for the user then it's a little bit hard when a user press a button as in lol but nothing is happening. If he doesn't know, he or she doesn't know that this student or this whatever I'm doing is happening, is acceptable or has not worked, things like that. So with things like that planned, we need to make sure that we add a little bit more graphic user interfaces that will support and facilitate those kind of communications on the app. Let us say we when you are dealing with data, it's all about what exactly can be done. So for example, in this case we have in the student part, we are able to add name and the location. But unfortunately, let's say you have many data, you can add name and location twice. So we can even limit that. Apart from that, if we go back to our database, we have the same thing happen on the stream. So you can have an accidentally web development twice or three times. So it will not look good at the end of the day when a user is using the application. But lastly is when we are enrolling students. So when you are enrolling student in a specific course, it should be once a student is enrolled in one course. For example, here I have student one who is enrolled in his course one, and the student one also is enrolled in course two. And if you don't set rules, you can find student one again is enrolled in course one three times. So you ask, how did this happen? All right. So all those kind of things we can manage them and properly control them so that they manage or they make the user experience to be so good, because when the user is at this level of accessing data and coming here and on the stream and he or she find three web development, so it will be confusing. The same as here, Oscar Banda, Oscar Banda, Oscar Banda. Who will do that? Another thing is when you add, we need to do that. We need to see that. So it's going to be a little bit longer lesson, but interesting. So let's get started. So we'll start first of all with the notification or database. Where should we start? Let's start with notification or database. Let's start with database. So on part of database, we are going to do a little bit one minor thing. We are going to make sure all like all here. So we want to make from the student the we have the primary key, which is the ID, but we need to make sure that name and location are unique. If somebody is called Oscar Banda we can't have Oscar Banda who are coming from the same location twice. So that will allow us to differentiate. If there's Oscar Banda, then they have to be three names, so that with three names, we reduce the number of repeated issues. So that will save mostly our time, but also will give us mostly our code to be a little bit useful. So we go back to structure, and how we do this graphically totally. So we go back to structure, and then we click this one and this one, which you can write this code. I will not write this code because it's already doable easily, if you know what you're doing. So you click name and the location, and with these two mean that we want them to be unique as two together. So the database will be confirming that no, this one is not the same, this one is the same, and that's why we need the also notification now. So I will do that, and I will do that. The good thing of this PHP My Admin, they will show us the code which is here, which is saying at alter table, the name of the table, add unique, and then you take the two column names inside there. So if this has been done and successful, so now we can't have Oscar Banda three times of the same locations, like three times. All right. So we are done with that. And then we go also to the second one is the stream. Also, we need to do the same. And this means that we are now limiting unnecessary, or we are giving now the user an opportunity to have a very good experience in his or her when she or he is using our application. The same one will do that to the two so that they can't be repeated. We don't need to see web development the same thing, same. And we say, actually, we can even here we can leave only description, and we can remain with unique as a name, so we can't have two web development. I think that will be fine. Two web development. So we are going to make name unique. Yep, only one. And lastly is here. Lastly is on enrollment. I think enrollment, we did it already. Yeah, let me see. On enrollment, we did it already. Probably, yeah. If we didn't, yep. No, we did it. We have it already. So we have stream ID and the good. So they're already unique. So with this in mind, then our code, our app is now able to be looking smart. A little bit, it will be looking a little bit smart. Those mistakes that are being done by you users will not be affecting our app so much. Okay, so we are done with database. So thank you, database.